And how is my special little niece then?
Come on, Lou, let's get your other doll.
Sammy.
Well, I thought you didn't want anything to do with us.
You know that's not true.
Louise, we're going out now because you and I have got a bit of business to do today.
Look, will you just let me explain?
Lou, will you go out and play in the garden, sweetheart, while Mummy gets ready? Listen, Katie, you can forget your apologies. It's a bit late for that now, isn't it?
Well, why don't you let me look after Louise while you go down with the verdict?
And then what? Can't you read? I could be sent to prison over this.
They're only speculating. Let me look after her.
No, arrangements have been made. Social services have been in touch. They're going to meet me at the court. So when I go to jail, Louise will be taken into care. Are you happy?
She doesn't have to go with social works, though.
Yeah, well, she'd probably be better off in care with a load of strangers than with me so-called friends and what's left of me family.
You?
Yes, me.
What's so funny about that?
Well, you can't be school governor.
Well, why not? I'm keen. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to have a go.
Well, and what qualifications have you got for it?
Oh, accountancy skills and a bit of office management experience. Anyway, it's not to do with qualifications, it's qualities.
Oh, qualities. Oh, well, you'll be all right there. Blonde hair, blue eyes, go down the bum with the Brookie parents.
Oh, don't be so patronising.
All right, come on then. Seriously. What would you put in your election manifesto?
Well, I'm going to push for more action on bullying.
Right, that's one issue.
I'm also concerned about the provisions for special needs teaching.
No. Now, that is a personal matter. You can't put yourself on a platform based on self-interest.
Well, it doesn't seem to do politicians any harm.
Keep your voice down.
You're embarrassed, aren't you?
What about?
About Matthew. You don't like having a child who needs extra help. You can't cope with it.
Matthew's special needs are our business. I'm not having him being used as a vehicle for your personal aspirations.
On the one hand, you don't want Matthew to go to private school because you're too mean to pay for it. And on the other hand, you don't want me to push for a better education in the comprehensive system. Make your mind up.
Look, we can approach the headmaster and discuss that ourselves.
We? Don't you mean me? Because I don't see you dashing up there to discuss anything.
I wasn't interrupting anything, was I?
No, not at all.
Well, don't mind me. I'll just carry on with me cleaning.
Right. Well, I'll better get off to work. Oh, darling, could you put the lamb in the oven, please? 200 for an hour and a half.
Perhaps I could put cook in my election manifesto as well.
Well, I think you'd make a lovely school governor, Mrs. Farnham.
Yes, thank you, Julia.
Look, I don't suppose you've got me wages, have you?
I've got to do the books first.
Oh, it's just that, well, I suppose you're bed. I might be going away for a little while.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get your wages one way or another. What will happen to, if the worst does come to the worst?
Foster care. I mean, not that anyone round here is really bothered, but it was my own stupid fault to expect any help, isn't it?
Well, what about your Katie?
Oh, she doesn't care. Anyway, listen, Terry, if the worst does come to the worst, could you keep me job open? I mean, I really need something to come back to.
Yeah, well, I suppose I could do that.
Oh, thanks a lot. I mean, I'm really grateful.
No problem. I hope it's right for you, Sam.
Thanks.
See you, Sam.
See ya.
As parent governor, I would see it as my responsibility to be fully conversant with current education policies and consequently to work with other members of the Board of Governors in outlining and defining the best way to implement these policies and further...
It's still too pompous.
Pompous?
Yeah, you've been told for ages. There hasn't been a hint of a full stop. You've got to make it more accessible.
I didn't realise I had a spin doctor for a son.
So, you're going to be taking off soon, yeah?
You trying to get rid of me?
Well, since Mum and Dad had gone shopping, I thought I might invite Jules over.
Jules? The intention being?
Well, we're going to have a Spielberg day, you know, watch a stack of videos, Jurassic Park, E.T., Raiders, try and get through as many as we can.
I meant what's behind it all. Are you going to explain to her what the last couple of months have been all about?
Well, let's just say negotiations are at a delicate stage.
Good. Well, once you've told Jules, perhaps you can enlighten me and your mother.
The Dickens?
How are you, Dave?
Julia, what are you doing?
I work here now. Susanna's lady-in-waiting.
Hello, David. Welcome back.
Hello there. Is Max at work?
Yes.
Right, I'll catch up with him later.
Well, anything I can help with?
No. I just want to speak to Max.
Oh. Do you want a coffee?
No, thank you. Actually, I thought I'd go over and see how young Samantha's been getting on.
Oh, you missed all the excitement. The jury hadn't finished yesterday, so they're doing the verdict today.
Really? What time?
Sometime this morning, I think. Well, I'd like to have gone down there myself, but I've got my new responsibilities here.
Right, I better find out what's happening, see if there's anything I can do.
How's Patricia?
All right. I'll see you later.
I wonder what David would prefer it if I went down with him. I mean, I could save him time, show him which court it is and that, you know, just so that he doesn't miss out on anything. I mean, I could easily finish up here later on, couldn't I, Mrs. Farnham?
So where's Samantha now?
She's gone off to the course. She won't talk to me.
Oh, Lord, what a mess. Did she get herself legal representation?
Yeah, but she lost her temper and kicked off with the judge and everyone. What's going to happen if she gets found guilty? She's going to end up in jail and all Louise could end up in care.
Hiya. Hiya, Katie, love. I'm just looking for Mr. Crosby. Is he still here? Oh, hiya, Dave. Listen, Mrs. Farnham thought that if you were going down to the court, it might be a good idea if I went too. You know, with me know me way around the place.
Well, as a matter of fact, Katie and I were just about to discuss going over there.
There's no point. Sammy doesn't want me anywhere near her.
She's got no choice, love. The public have rights.
Well, I suppose it can't do any harm if we go along and give her some moral support.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. You come with us too. That's all right with you, isn't it, Dave?
Crown against Daniels, Court 3.
Hi.
Hiya.
So what'd you bring?
Poltergeist, Close Encounters, Jaws.
Right, well, we'll knock out as many as we can and take it in turns to choose, yeah?
Hello, stranger. How are you?
Oh, you know, fair to middling.
Put the kettle on.
How's your mum and dad?
Oh, fine. Dad's just brought another house for student flats.
Bradley Empire grows, eh? Right, well, I'm off to meet this airhead for the book signing. 23 and already writing an autobiography. But a wonderful figure, I believe. See you later, Jules. Bye.
Have fun. Bye. So, that's it then. Just me, you, and a stack of Hollywood blockbusters.
Yeah. Where do you want to sit?
Don't mind.
There's plenty of room here.
Suits me.
Val. Val, please wait. Val, you don't know how sorry I am. I've been a right idiot. Please talk to me. Look, I know it's all my fault, but I wouldn't hurt you for the world. And look, I'm not going to let you get past until you listen. You can do whatever you want. You can punch me, hit me, whatever, but I'm staying put. Ow! Oh, God! I didn't stamp on me toe, did I? Val! Oh, Val, will you listen? Val, I'm staying here until you talk to me. Val, listen. I love you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear. All for the sake of 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, at least we tried, eh?
Should have let me have a word. I know them all quite well down here.
Will Louise be in there with Tommy?
Oh, no, they don't allow minors in court.
They should have told that to Arthur Scargill.
Well, where will she be then?
Well, I'm really not sure what happens in these cases.
Well, in the old days, it'd have been the orphanage.
But you don't think she's gone into care already, do you?
Oh, no. I'm sure she'll be fine. Look, the usher said the court case shouldn't take much longer. Why don't we just sit down and wait? I'm sure the verdict won't take long.
Shave a lemon, anyone? I have got some Everton mints.
Oh, thank you, Jenny.
Hi. Left my keys in the flat.
Oh, hello. I thought you were in work today.
I
didn't feel too good, so I phoned in on a sickie. And Jules forgot this. Good fellas.
Great. Why don't you go and have a lie down?
I don't feel much like being on my own. Do you mind, Jules?
No. Well, not if you're not feeling well.
Oh, I sense Nat thinks I'm intruding on your Spielberg day.
Especially when you bring a Scorsese.
Silly me. Look, you don't really mind, do you, Jules?
No, of course not.
I mean, I don't want to come between you two.
You know, if she does get a prison sentence...
She won't, Katie.
Well, if she does, do you think they'll let me see her before they take her away?
Well, as I remember rightly, the Jordache trial, they simply took them down to the cells, ready to go straight to prison, but I'm sure they'd let you see her. But Samantha, what happened?
Oh, you decided to come, did you?
I came as soon as I could.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have bothered. You really left me in the lurch swanning off to France. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
Sorry, Mr. Crosby would have stayed if he could.
As I explained, Patricia needed me urgently. It was all terribly last minute. There was nothing I could do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise she was in court facing a witch hunt.
Samantha, we came here because we were concerned about you.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Look, what's happened?
Yeah, well, you can stop flapping. I've been found guilty. Oh, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, Julia, but I won't be going to prison.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, but I've still been fined, and I can well afford to pay that, can't I? £200, £2.50 a week. What a joke.
Where's Louise?
She's in there with a social worker.
Well, can you get her back?
Of course I can get her back, and then we'll be getting off.
Well, where to?
Well, I don't know. Anywhere. As far away as possible.
You can't just take a charge off like that.
Oh, will you mind your own business, you nosy old cow?
Samantha, please.
And that goes for you as well. In fact, you can all get out of my face because I hate the lot of you. And once I do go, don't bother getting in touch with me, because me and Louise are going to be fine. I don't need any of you.
Start the film in a minute.
Will you come and give us a hand first?
Is that rice ready, yeah?
Yep, and the barbecue sauce. I'm really enjoying this, George. Spending some time with Nat again. It's great.
Yeah, but you don't want to rush things, though.
Oh, no, I'm not. It's just that, well, he seems different. Much more relaxed and positive about things. Maybe he finally turned that corner.
Right. What can I do?
Plates and cutlery, please.
Actually, I was thinking of giving Martin a call. Maybe it's about time he and I got together again as well.
Oh, really? That's good news, isn't it, Nat?
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it's good to talk and all that. Right, I'm going to take these in there. Will you bring that barbecue sauce in, please?
Sure.
Martin.
Yeah, you remember him, my husband.
Yeah, you finished with him.
And I seem to remember you'd finished with Jules.
What are you playing at?
Nat, you were the one that changed the rules. I'm just following them. Maybe Martin and I have got a future after all.
Hang on a minute. Oh, hiya. Come in.
Yeah, you go and sit over there, Lou.
I thought you were,
Oh, no, I've got a fine. £200 plus cost works out at £2.50 a week. Joke, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know.
Anyway, the good news is I can carry on working here.
Well, you see, Sam, thing is, I've been doing a bit of thinking and, I'm thinking of reorganising.
Oh, that's all right. I'm flexible.
Sammy, I was doing you a favour by paying you cash in hand and, well, I heard that you said in court you were claiming dole as well.
And?
Well, people talk, don't they? And I can't take the risk of losing my licence.
Oh, this is Julia and Bev being jangling, isn't it? God, if they're not content with a guilty verdict, they want to see me on the streets and all.
It's not like that.
Isn't it? Oh, come off it, Terry. You know what it's like.
Listen, Sammy, I can't take a chance. It's been in the papers and everything.
Yeah, but nobody knows that's me they're writing about.
Like I say, people talk.
Oh, forget it. I mean, I wouldn't want you losing your licence because you've helped me put food to me kid's mouth. Because you're all the same, aren't you? You're only interested in saving your own skins.
Here's your money, Sam. There's a bit extra in it, so you can get started.
Thanks, Terry. I'll need it.
So where do you want to get off to?
I don't know. I'll find somewhere.
Look, here. Tell you what. Give this fella a ring. Right? He's got flats in Bootle, and tell him that I sent you.
Thanks, Terry.
Well, see you, Sam, and good luck.
Yeah. See ya. Come on, Lou.
Val, please, we've got to talk sometime.
Oh, why? You're the only man I've ever really trusted, and look what happened.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, I was flattered, wasn't I? I mean, two women thinking that I was something, and it was only a matter of time before it all came crashing in, but I just didn't know how to handle it. And honest to God, Val, hand on me heart, I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Oh, well, how did you think we were going to feel? You were engaged to the two of us.
Yes, I know, and I feel terrible about it now.
Oh, and so you should.
Well, do you forgive us?
Oh, you think you can come round looking all doe-eyed? I'm going to fall into your arms. Oh, give us a break.
Val.
Oh, look, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got things to sort out.
Well, what sort of things?
Nothing. I've just got to find Jimmy.
Well, is everything okay?
No, not really.
Well, can I help?
No.
Please?
I said no.
Well, look, Val, just because you're narked, you know, I mean, at least let me help. I mean, me and Jimmy are mates, aren't we?
Oh, look, it's nothing. I just had a letter from our kid, that's all.
Who?
Jimmy and Jackie's lad. He's in trouble and needs some money, and I'm skint, and I don't know whether Jimmy's got any.
Well, I'll lend you some.
Oh, no, it's not just the money. He's in France at the moment, and I get the impression he's trying to get back over here.
Didn't he have a big bust-up over something?
Well, yeah, that's all best forgotten now. My problem is getting Jimmy on his own so I can tell him. I don't want Jackie upsetting.
Well, look, if I see him, I'll tell him you want to see him, OK?
Yeah, thanks.
And look, when can I see you?
Oh, look, I asked you for some advice, that's all. We're finished, remember?
Just feels like I'm letting her down. I didn't want to do that, Mr. Crosby.
Katie, siblings always fall out. My older brother and I used to resort to boxing matches almost every week to sort out our differences. Of course, he was bigger than I was, and he used to beat the living daylights out of me, but I wouldn't have swapped him for anything. Well, except perhaps a decent scouting knife.
Well, Sammy never sees the other side, though.
Yeah, Louis, she waits here when Mummy gets ready.
Sammy?
I won't be long and then I'll be out of your hair.
Where are you going?
Well, what do you care? I mean, really care. I looked after you when you were a baby. I took you everywhere with me when my mum and dad were at work. I thought we were close. I thought we cared about each other.
We do. I always will, but
what? I mean, I know I'm not the best person to have hanging around, but I'm still your sister. I mean, love me or hate me, but we're stuck with each other. But the difference between us is, Katie, I'd have lied through my back teeth to stop you going to prison.
Will you stop blaming me? If I'd have been caught lying, I could be in jail myself. I have always been there to try and help you, but you just take advantage, use me. You always have.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't have bothered coming back. I mean, we don't mean anything to each other. I mean, I know we try and play this happy families business, but it's just a waste of time.
No, it's not. I have always tried to help you. You're my sister. I care about you and I care about Louise.
Yeah, well, you obviously don't care enough, and you probably never will. I mean, what is it? You can choose your friends, but not your family. Well, if I could choose, Katie, I wouldn't have you as my sister.
Darling, taste that. Dijon mustard, white wine, handful of capers, and a sizable dollop of creme fraiche.
Max, you seem very laid back about David. Weren't you in the least concerned about why he flitted off to France?
If it was important enough, he would have gone right round to the restaurant.
Well, I hope you're right. Seemed quite worked up to me.
Oh, I don't think we've got anything to worry about.
Yes, but it could be anything. I mean, you said yourself you might want to take money out of the business, go back on the arrangement.
Let's see him try.
Samantha, where on earth will you go?
I've got a phone number to a few flats. I don't lose sleep over the in, Lou.
Sorry, please stay.
What, to make you feel better? I'm sorry.
Look, I do wish you'd stop and reconsider this.
You go, please.
Don't worry, Katie. She'll get by, I'm sure.
Just wish she'd have stayed so we could help her.
Look, I'm sorry about this, but I've got to go and catch Max before he leaves. I'll be back in a minute.
Katie? Yeah? Katie, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Of course I want you to be my sister, and I always will.
Well, stay then.
No, I can't. I've got to do this, Kate. Look, I promise I'll keep in touch. See you.
See you.
There we go. Ah, then. Smell that.
I'm sure it's delicious, Max.
So, how was France?
Well, fine. I'd appreciate a word if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, certainly.
Well, it is a little private, actually, so if you could excuse us, Susanna.
I don't see why I should be excused.
Well, I have no objection if you haven't, David.
Very well. It's about Patricia. She's coming home.
What? When?
Next week.
Ooh, next week? Why?
To discuss things.
What things?
That's typical of you, isn't it? Out of sight, out of mind.
What are you talking about?
Well, regardless of whatever arrangements you have with Susanna, Patricia is still your wife and the mother of your children, and there are things to discuss.
But I don't understand the suddenness of it. I mean, is she coming over with the children as well?
No, I don't think so.
Well, why didn't she phone me? I mean, she goes to the trouble of getting you to go over there so she can tell you this. What's it all about? Something's gone wrong over there, hasn't it?
Well, I'm sure when she gets here, she'll put you in the picture herself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to take a bath.
What's she playing at?
Well, you heard him. He's giving nothing away. Oh, God, what if she wants to move back in here?
Why should she?
No, you're right.
What I'd like to know is where she thinks she's staying if she comes back.
I mean, why didn't she phone me? Why all the mystery? Why won't David tell us?
I can't believe that woman. You know, everything's going just fine, and then up pops Patricia and turns everything upside down again. Well, I hope she realises she'll have a fight on her hand if she tries to muscle back in here.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, I'm just putting this back where it used to be.
Put it back where I had it, please, Max.
I'm just worried about what Patricia will make of all these changes. She'll feel like a stranger in her own home.
Well, it isn't her home anymore. She can't expect to come back and find everything exactly how it was the day she walked out on you.
Yeah, but I just don't want her to feel that I've erased all memory of her so quickly. Going out anywhere this afternoon?
No. Why?
Oh, no reason. No. Just thought you might,
Make myself scarce?
No, of course not. Just give Patricia and me a bit of space, eh?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Max.
I can't blame you for feeling apprehensive. I just want things to go smoothly. No upsets.
What I want to know is what's bringing her back in the first place.
God knows.
Dad, did you see my blue shirt?
Yeah, I put it in the wash this morning.
I wanted to wear that.
Well, you can't. You see, you don't realise how much you appreciate your mother till she goes away.
Yeah. When's she back from the course?
End of next week. So you just have to struggle along without her. You got a day off?
Yeah. Jules is coming around later on.
No. You two seem to be seeing a lot of each other lately.
Yeah, well, we are married.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just be careful.
What do you mean?
Well, you messed the poor girl around. You don't want to go causing any more damage.
So is it Sinbad you wanted to see me about, then?
No. I couldn't care less if Sinbad threw himself under a bus tomorrow. No, it's about, Jimmy.
Jimmy, you?
Oh, well, I know it's been a long time since you've seen him, but didn't think you could forget about your own son?
Oh, little Jimmy. And what about him?
I got a letter from him the other day.
Oh, yeah. Is he all right? I mean, where is he, like?
He's in France.
You are? What's he doing over there now? Jimmy can't stand frogs.
I don't know. It looks like he's got himself into a bit of trouble. Apparently, he owes the Foreign Legion 1,200 quid, and he can't get home until he's paid up.
The Foreign Legion?
That's what he said. Says he can't just leave, he's got to buy himself out. Says in the letter he's absolutely skint.
Oh, I can believe he's skint, all right. And I can believe he owes some fella 1,200 quid. But the Foreign Legion, you got to be joking, haven't you? I thought all that stuff went out with the Eagle Annual and the Boy Scouts Brigade.
Well, he is in France. I mean, maybe he really did join the Foreign Legion.
Yeah, and maybe he's just got himself in bother. What's he doing writing to you, anyway? Or did he think you'd go for his daft story?
Well, he doesn't know where yous live anymore, does he?
Did he ask after us?
Well, after everything that went on between you and me, he hardly sees you as the world's greatest dad, does he?
Val, you are talking about years ago there. I mean, me and Jackie weren't even together.
Yeah, I know. But you know what people like around here for gossip? If I ever hear that you've sent anything to anyone...
I won't, honest.
How long is it since you've seen him?
I don't know. Must been knocking on for 5 years.
A long time, eh? Look, you better keep hold of this. He's put his address. Will you help him?
I don't know. 5 years, it's a long time. But he's still my lad, isn't he? Maybe this is the return of the prodigal. The family court will reunited after 40 years in the wilderness.
Oh, Jimmy, sounds dead romantic.
Yeah, and it's much more likely that he's up to something. Well, I'm telling you, you don't just turn up out of the blue and try and get in touch just because you're missing your mummy and daddy.
It's weird. You expect things to look different. Forgotten how small and claustrophobic it is. Are you sure you're all right about seeing Max? Oh, yes, I can handle Max. It's tomorrow I'm dreading.
Patsy.
Hello, Dad.
Hello.
Hello, David.
Jean, I had no idea you were...
Well, you didn't really think I'd let Patricia go through this on her own, did you? Give me some credit, David, please.
Oh, I don't believe this. Am I seeing things, or is it really you two?
Hello, Bev.
Hiya, Pat. Hiya, Jean. How are yous?
Hello, Bev. Long time no see.
I thought you two had emigrated to France.
So, how are things with you, anyway?
Mustn't grumble. Still stuck with Ron. You two look smashing.
Thank you. You don't look too bad yourself.
And how's little Tommy and Alice?
Oh, they're great. They love it out there.
Oh, we really miss you, you know. It's not the same without yous. I mean, we used to have a laugh, didn't we? Do you remember that darts team with Rosie Banks? Hey, at the time Mo McGee nearly chinned your mate, Audrey.
Yes, how could I forget that?
God rest her soul.
So what are you doing back?
Oh, just got a few things to sort out.
Look, I think perhaps we'd better go inside.
Trisha.
Welcome back to Liverpool. Didn't take her long to get her feet under the table, did it? Anyway, I'll leave you to it. See ya.
Jean, I wasn't expecting you.
Came along to give Patricia a little moral support.
Where are the children?
In France?
Oh, I thought you said they were coming along with you.
No, I never said any such thing.
I just assumed.
Well, Max, I thought it best that the children weren't involved. This isn't a social visit.
Well, this place has certainly changed.
You obviously couldn't wait to obliterate every last trace of me.
Oh, no, of course not. I wouldn't put it like that.
No? How would you put it then? Just fancied a change, did you?
Well, you know, new start and all that.
I hardly recognise the place. I feel as if I never existed.
Don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. It's like a stranger's house. It's certainly hard to believe that I still own half of it.
I must admit, I did encourage Max.
I bet She did.
Well, you know what they say, a change is as good as a rest.
I still can't believe that you haven't brought the children.
I've already told you, Max, I didn't think it appropriate.
Well, it's been nearly 3 months since I last saw them. I think it's been very unfair to keep them away from me like this.
Well, we've got a lot to discuss. You've shown no inclination to sort things out, so I thought I'd better make the first move. I'll go and freshen myself up, then we can get down to business. I take it the loo's still at the top of the stairs. Or have the builders been in too?
Shall I, put the kettle on? Max, would you like to help me make your guests a drink?
Yes, of course. Who is looking after Thomas and Alice, by the way?
Oh, don't worry, they're in good hands.
With your lesbian friend Jane?
Oh, David.
Anyway, how's Patricia been since I left?
Remarkably well, considering. Oh, I shall be just glad when tomorrow's over and done with. And as it is, all we can do is keep our fingers crossed and hope.
Yes, that's all very well, Jean, and I understand how Patsy feels, but I really do think she should have told Max why she's come back to Liverpool.
What's that smell? What? You? You smell like you've been trapped in a vat of aftershave for a fortnight. I'm trying to keep this place clean, and here you are stinking it out.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah, I suppose this getting yourself done up in the afternoon is for Jules's benefit, is it?
No, it's for mine, actually.
Yeah, I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. I'll get it. Oh, hi, Jules.
Hi.
He's through there.
You smell nice.
Thanks.
I've brought a friend. Hope you don't mind.
Hello. I was just sat in on my own, so Jules said I could tag along. Hope you don't mind.
No, why should I?
Why couldn't you have just told me, Max?
Told you what?
That you and Susanna were living together again. I only had to look in the bedroom, Max. It's perfectly obvious what arrangement you have.
Well, I was intending to tell you when I came over to France, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
You always were a coward. Still, I'm not really surprised that you and Susanna are back together again. I suppose it was inevitable.
Look, it wasn't planned. It's something that happened.
And I suppose you were the innocent party in it all, weren't you? I mean, no doubt Susanna forced you into going back to her.
No, of course not.
That's your trouble, Max. You've got no mind of your own. Never will have. I'll see you downstairs.
What do you think you're playing at?
Me playing?
Yeah. Every time me and Jules get together, you stick your nose in. Well, you won't be able to be here all the time.
Why would I want to be?
You've never been the most subtle of people, George.
Oh, don't flatter yourself. You must know I'm taking a leaf out of your book.
What's that mean?
Well, I phoned Martin last night. I told you I was going to. We talked for over an hour. To be honest, I can't ever remember getting on with him so well.
Grow up, George.
Right, what are we going to do then? We can't sit around here all day again.
I'll make a coffee while you decide.
It doesn't look like George is going anywhere, does it?
No.
Fancy the pictures?
Yeah, anything. I'm easy.
So, what do you think of Burton and Taylor through there?
I think that's a fool.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they can make a go of it. Pick it up where they left off.
Oh, come off it, Dad. We all know how devastated Jules was after the wedding. I think he's put it through enough. He doesn't want to go building our hopes up all over again.
Well, Nat's a grown man. It's not for us to interfere. I haven't seen this relaxed for ages, or Jules this happy.
He's got no intention of making a go of it with her. He doesn't love her. Well, not in that way anyway. He told me himself. He thinks they can just be friends, but they can't. Dad, you've got to say something to him. Make him see sense before he ruins Jules' life all over again.
Are you sure you wouldn't like a drink, Patricia?
Quite sure, thank you, Susanna.
Would you prefer to be left alone with Max?
No, thanks, Dad. I'm quite happy to have an audience. Besides, I'm sure Susanna will be delighted to hear what I've come to say.
What's this?
They're forms setting out the arrangements for the children. I want to start divorce proceedings.
Divorce?
Well, it was clear you were never going to start the ball rolling. Obviously been far too busy redecorating. Well, this is what you want, isn't it? I mean, after all, the sooner you and I get divorced, the sooner you and Susanna can tie the knot again. Susanna, did you know it's 3 years to this very week that Max and I got divorced last time?
Oh, goodness. Was it that long?
Seemed only fitting that I should mark the occasion by starting another one.
Yes.
My only regret is that we ever got married again. It would have saved everyone a whole lot of bother if we hadn't. Still, I'm not going to rake up the past. I just want to get this over and done with as quickly as possible so I can start concentrating on the future. So if you just look through the forms and sign on the dotted line, it would be much appreciated.
Hold on. You intend for the children to stay in France permanently?
Yes, of course.
And what's this? Does someone look after the children when the parents are away? And you've put, yes, grandmother, Mrs. Jean Crosby.
Do you have a problem with that?
Well, what about me?
Well, it makes sense to me. I do live with them.
And this? Yeah, does the husband still see the children? And you've put, yes, 1 week during each school holiday as convenient.
And that is the current reality, Max.
They'll hardly know me. They won't even be able to speak the same language.
Max, I do think you're overreacting a bit.
And I think Patricia's moving a little too fast.
No, I'm not. I just want to put my life in order. I want to cut every last tie. It's as simple as that.
Well, I'm not signing this. You must think I'm mad.
Well, it's up to you, Max. If we can't come to a mutual agreement, then it'll be a judge's decision. And with your track record, I don't really see things going in your favour, do you?
All right, Bev.
Here's another one.
What?
You and Max Farnham, the two of a kind.
What are you on about?
Haven't you heard? Pa Farnham and her mum are back on the scene.
Why are they moving back to the close?
I don't think so. Not since Max has moved that Susanna one back in, anyway.
I wonder what Patricia will make of that, eh?
You want to ask for your feeling? She knows what it's like to be two-timed.
How do you mean?
Oh, don't come the innocent with me. Stringing two women on at the same time. Proposing to them both. I don't know how you live with yourself.
Hey, listen, that was all a big mistake, all right? I didn't mean for things to go on as far as they did. They just got out of hand.
Yeah, well, if you did that with me, you'd be using your kneecaps as doorstops.
Hey, look, I don't need you having a go at me and all, you know. I only came in here for a box of tea bags. And anyway, it's none of your business.
Well, I'm making it my business.
Hey, listen, Mother Teresa. I didn't have a go at you and you were seeing Ron behind his wife's back. No, I didn't. I minded my own business. And I suggest you do the same.
Right, I'll go and get a few bits of shopping, then I'll get off. Tell our Jack I'll give her a ring later.
Yeah, OK, will do, love.
So, what will you do?
About what?
About your little Jimmy? You're going to tell our Jack he's been in touch?
No, I'm going to keep it to myself for the time being. Should never really forgiven him for getting off like that before not getting in touch. No, I'll have to work out a way of getting this money together first. Pay off Jimmy's debt, then break the news to Jackie.
What do you think he needs it for?
Oh, Val, it could be for anything, couldn't it? But I'm pretty sure it is not to buy his way out of the Foreign Legion.
What will you do? Send it to the address in the letter?
You're joking, aren't you? Wouldn't see him or the money again. I'm going to have to get over there myself. All I need now is 1,200 quid and a convincing story to tell Jackie. Easy.
Patricia, look, I'm not going to just stand back and let you take my children away from me. I made that mistake once before with Matthew and Emily, and I'm not going to let that happen again. I want to be a proper father to all my children.
Max, why don't you just face up to it? You're terrific on the theory, but the children can't depend on you because you're not dependable. It's as simple as that. We can manage fine by ourselves. Now, can we get going?
Whenever you're ready, my darling. So, you going straight back to France tonight?
No, we have a hotel in town till Wednesday.
Oh, so why are you staying in Liverpool?
We just have a few other things to sort out. Bye, Max. Bye, Susanna. Don't get so upset, Max. Come on. At least everything's out in the open about us now.
You know, if Patricia has her way, I'll hardly see Thomas and Alice again. Well, not properly. Look, this is not about me and Patricia. This is about my children.
Whatever happens between you and Patricia, you will always be their father.
What's the point of having a father if he's not even in the same country?
Oh, we managed when I took Matthew and Emily to America. I mean, I never went a day without telling them about you, reminding them of you.
I can't see Patricia doing that. I never realised she felt this strongly.
Is this just about the children?
What do you mean?
Well, have you any regrets about me being back? I mean, is there a part of you that wishes Patricia was still here?
Of course not.
Well, you can be honest with me, Max.
Susanna, I am being. I am officially a one-woman man.
And who's a lucky woman?
Is there really any need to ask? Look, please, don't feel threatened by Patricia. I just don't trust her, that's all.
Oh, don't be so paranoid.
I'm not being paranoid. But why isn't she going straight back to France? I just want to know what she's up to.
Thanks for being a gooseberry. Giving me and Jules time to talk properly.
Who's the gooseberry?
Who do you think?
The only gooseberry around here is Jules. She's the one that's stopping us from being together.
Georgia, don't.
Come on, Nat. What happened to all the excitement in our relationship? All we seem to do these days is bicker. What happened to all the sneaky snogs, furtive fondlings?
Georgia, pack it in.
I dare you to come into the bedroom with me.
You're mad. Look, Jules and Dad are downstairs.
I know. Great, isn't it?
Hey, you two! Jules is starting to feel lonely.
Yeah, Dad, down a sec.
What if he'd come upstairs?
Yeah, well, he didn't, did he? Look, I better go back downstairs. Jill's been wondering where I've got to.
Yeah, okay.
I have to. I'm sorry.
You haven't said a word since Patricia went upstairs.
Sorry, miles away.
I thought we were going to try and be civil for her sake.
Right. So, how are you finding the hotel?
Really, if all you can manage is a bit of social chit-chat, I'd rather you didn't say anything at all.
Why?
Really, David, for a man of your age, I have never come across anyone so stubborn and childish.
Childish? At least I didn't run after some French commune in a pathetic attempt to recapture my lost youth.
Look, we really do have to stop this nonsense. This week is going to be hard enough for Patricia as it is.
Yes. Yeah. Suppose our problems do pale into insignificance when compared with what she's up against.
Exactly.
I feel so frightened for the poor girl. I just hate to think of her.
You can't afford to be frightened. We both have to be strong for her sake.
Hi.
Father and I have just been catching up on things.
So, does this mean you finally managed to patch things up a bit?
Well, it's not run before we can walk, but I'd say we're getting there.
About time too.
Look, Sen, I know you've got other things on your mind at the moment, but I was just wondering if you could do us a little bit of a favour.
Yeah, no, I can.
Thing is, I need a loan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy. The purse strings are tight at the moment. I need every penny for the business.
Don't know what I'm going to do. You and me only hope.
Well, what's it for?
Val's had a letter from our Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned that last week.
He's stuck out in France. Got himself into a bit of bother, apparently, with the Foreign Legion.
You're joking?
That's what he says, anyway. Wants to buy himself out. Only he can't, he hasn't got a bean. So I'm trying to get the cash together for him. Well, whatever's going on, I can't just leave him out there on his own, can I?
Oh, sorry, mate, I can't help you. Hey, Val. You have a word?
I told you I've got nothing to say to you.
Oh, just let me explain.
Who do you think you are, eh?
Look, Val.
Have you looked in the mirror lately and seen the state of yourself? I don't know why I ever gave you a second look in the first place.
Hey, Val, I know I've been out of order.
Out of order? We go on holiday and you promised me the world and all the time you're seeing someone else. Well, I'm telling you, Sinbad, it's not funny. Jimmy isn't laughing, or Jackie isn't laughing, and I'm certainly not laughing.
I know how it looks.
Oh, look, I don't even want to hear what you've got to say.
I'd do anything to get back with you, I swear to you.
Well, look, you can forget it, because I can do better than you. Someone who really deserves me.
Val, you've got to believe me. I've been trying to give Fee the elbow for ages, but she just wouldn't take no for an answer. We can ask Jimmy. You know how hard I tried to get rid of her, don't you?
You've known about this all the time.
Val, it isn't what you think.
Might have known. Right. You better keep out of my way in the future. Do you understand me? And as for you, and that's nothing compared to what you'll get from our Jackie when she hears about this.
Oh, come on, Val, behave. You're not going to tell Jackie, are you?
Too right I am. And if I had my way, I'd castrate the pair of you.
Thanks a bunch.
It's strange to be stuck in a hotel in Liverpool, just a visitor to the city.
I know what you mean.
Can't really imagine myself ever living here again, you know. Not after everything that's happened.
You think you'll stay in France forever, then?
Who knows? I'm not really sure what forever means. But yeah, I can certainly see myself being there for the foreseeable future. I mean, whatever happens, the kids have settled down so well. And it is great to see how much Alice has come along.
It was great to see them again last week. I can't tell you how much I've missed them.
Well, they miss their granddad, too.
It's strange how things can change, isn't it? So much has happened in so short a space of time.
Well, it's no good clinging to the past. We all have to move on.
I just can't wait to get the next few weeks over and done with. I just want to divorce Max as quickly as possible. Then I can be free to make the most of my life.
Look, Patsy, I know how you're feeling about Max, and I know you'd prefer to sever all your ties with him completely, but he does have a right to know the truth, you know. You should tell him.
I don't think Max has a right to know anything. Told you I don't want him involved in any aspect of my life.
But he is involved, my darling. Whether you like it or not, he's still the father of your children. Things could get very difficult if he doesn't know exactly why you've come home. I really do think you should tell him the truth.
And don't forget that the saga continues tomorrow night and every night this week at 8:30.
Patricia told us she's spending a couple of days in Liverpool, right? Now, I don't believe that she'd hang around unless she had other business to attend to.
So what do you suspect she's up to, Inspector Clouseau?
I think she's looking at property, right? She wants to rush this divorce through, get her share of this house, and then buy her own place over here.
What, you really think she'd swap Provence for Liverpool?
Yeah, why not? I think for 1 minute she'd spend the rest of her life in France.
Max, you almost sound pleased.
Is that what you want, Patricia, breathing down our necks every 5 minutes?
It's the children. Of course I'll be pleased if she came back here to give me unlimited access to Thomas and Alex.
And to Patricia.
No, how many times have I told you I'm not interested in Patricia?
Good, because I'm sick of hearing her name. I think it's about time you stopped thinking about your ex-wife and started concentrating on us. If Patricia is offering you a divorce, I think you should jump at it.
Have you told me, Mum, yet?
No, I don't want to worry.
But, Dad, you should tell her.
Little Jimmy's been gone such a long time. Oh, would have been nice if he'd got in touch with us before now. It's a pity he only thinks of us when he's in trouble.
Look, my Mum knows what he's like. She knows he's no angel, so she's not going to have any big expectations, is she?
I wish I knew what was going on out there. But I'll tell you this. I don't believe any of that Foreign Legion business, not for 1 minute.
There's only one way of finding out.
I know. But I haven't got a carrot, love. I mean, it's one thing trying to get the money together for him to get him home. But then there's the expense of getting out to France and all. I mean, it's not going to be cheap, is it?
You're going to go out there?
Well, love, I haven't got much choice, have I? I'm not going to send him a load of dosh in the post just like that. I'm not soft. I'd never see him again. No, we're going to help to sort him out, love. I'm going to have to go out there and do it myself.
You all right in there, Patsy?
Just a minute.
I still can't comprehend why she couldn't have had this biopsy in France. I mean, she could have done without the extra stress of travelling.
The doctor there thought it'd be much better if she saw her original consultant.
But surely, Jean, if they've insisted she comes all this way, they must think the cancer's reoccurred.
No, they couldn't take the risk, not the second time. But there's every possibility that there's nothing wrong, absolutely nothing.
Max should be here. He's still her husband, after all.
On paper only, and not that for much longer. We must respect Patricia's wishes, and she doesn't want him involved.
Oh, good. Please let everything be all right for her. She really doesn't deserve to suffer anymore.
Patricia, are you okay in there? We really should be going. Patricia?
Mum, I can't. I don't want to go.
The sooner we get there, the sooner it will be over and done with.
I don't want to die. I've already had my breast removed. If the cancer's come back, it can only mean one thing.
Patricia, please. Please open the door. Remember what the doctor told you in France? The lump could be absolutely nothing. Hundreds of women get them, and there's nothing to worry about.
Just so scared.
Oh.
Jimmy, if it's a bar alone, I can't. You know what, if I could?
No, listen, it's not that. I was just wondering if this fella still wanted you to sort him out with the fridges and the cookers for his flats. Like.
Yeah, why? Do you know of anything going down like?
Well, I might be able to sort you out on that.
It's dodgy, isn't it?
No, it's not dodgy. What do you take me for, eh?
Don't ask, Jimmy. Look, let me know the details, and if the price is right, then we might have a deal.
Right, nice one. I'll catch you later on then.
No, hang on, hold your horses. I said I might consider it.
Listen, I'm going to get you the deal of a lifetime. It's going to be an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah, see you later.
All right.
Georgia, what are you doing here?
I just came to find out what you're doing later.
Yeah, why do you want to know that, I wonder?
Because I do, that's why.
I'm going out with Jules.
Jules is going out for a meal with her mum and dad tonight. I can't really see them wanting you tagging along. Not unless you've got some kind of special announcement to make.
Why can't you just try it and leave it behind, eh? Just try.
Because I don't want to. And because I know you don't want me to.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what I want. I tried doing what I want. It doesn't work, does it?
We just need to spend some time on our own. Away from Mum and Dad and Jules. Just me and you.
No, I don't think so.
Nat, stop trying to run away from me. Do you really think you can just start patching things up with Jules and live happily ever after?
Yeah, I can try.
Why are you so willing to sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of everyone else's?
Happiness, all right, that's what this is.
Look, let's not talk about it now. We need to go somewhere where we can be alone without any fear of being disturbed. Meet me this afternoon?
You really think I'm going to spend the night with you in a hotel in St. Helens? It's not exactly Casablanca, is it?
I didn't say anything about spending the night. We just need some peace and quiet and time to ourselves. I just want to talk.
George, I've got nothing more to say to you.
Please yourself.
It's up to you. I'll be there waiting for you. We've got to talk.
We'll be waiting here for you.
Thanks for everything, Mum.
See you soon, my darling.
This is it, then? Make or break time.
I suppose the only thing we can do now is be patient and hope for the best.
Look, why don't you go? There's no point in both of us waiting
No,
around.
no. Keep you going.
I'll be fine. It'll be hours before she comes round.
Well, I suppose I could go and book this hire van. I'd only drive the rest of yours and Patricia's things over to France.
Yes, you do that. It'll be better than moping around here.
I suppose you're right.
I don't think I'll be much company anyway.
All right, then. Well, I'll come straight back. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Chin up.
Oh, God bless us and save us. Jean Crosby. Oh, I don't believe it. Julia, I heard on the vineyard that you and your Pat were back in town. How is everything? Not too bad. How are things with you? Fine. I've just been in to see Dolly Sparrow. She's been having a bit of trouble with her ablutions. Nothing serious. She'll be out tomorrow. I'm glad about that. Anyway, how about you? Oh, I heard from Bev that there was murder on the close yesterday. I couldn't believe you all turned up on my day off. Mind you, I'm not surprised your Pat went berserk when she found out that Max had moved his first wife back in. It's hardly surprising there was skin and hair flying. Ooh, he's a shifty one, that Max. I don't understand why he's constantly got women crawling at his feet. I mean to say, remember all that business with his curb crawling? Ooh. I don't suppose your Pat's ever lived the shame down, has she? I am sorry to disappoint you, Julia, but there were no fights on the close yesterday. And Patricia couldn't care less what Max gets up to anymore. She has more important things on her mind. Why do you think I am sitting here now? God, no. Oh, it's not the cancer, is it? Oh, it hasn't come back again, has it? We're not sure yet. She's just gone down for a biopsy. A biopsy? Oh, God, no. Oh, that poor girl. So now you know the truth, Julia. I would be very grateful if you would refrain from spreading gossip about my family. Oh, Jean. I'm so sorry. I really am. Come on now. You have a good cry. You let it all out.
You were up early this morning?
Yes. Things to do.
Looks like quite a nice day. I think I'll go and hang this outside.
I just popped back to get my driving licence. I'm taking the rest of Jean and Patricia's things over to France.
What? Everything?
Yes. I hired a van. I'm driving over tomorrow.
Oh, and how did your little drink with Jean and Patricia go last night?
Oh, very good. Yes, we sorted out a few things.
Oh, good. You know, I can't help finding it all a bit strange, her coming all the way over here to inform me of divorce proceedings. Surely she could have saved herself a lot of expense and time by doing that via solicitor.
No, she probably thought it was more courteous to let you know face to face.
Oh, come off it. She didn't come round here to be courteous. There's something else, isn't there? Is she planning on moving back here? Is that what this is all about? Is she thinking of buying a property for her and the children?
Max, this is hardly the time or place.
I think I deserve some kind of explanation. Well, come on, are you going to tell me or not?
Max, listen, believe me. Patricia didn't come back here just to get at you. She... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's made her feelings perfectly clear. She just wants to sever all her ties with you.
But if she is moving back here, then surely I have the right to know.
She has no intention of moving back here. As far as I know, she'd be perfectly happy to spend the rest of her life in France. Excuse me.
Look, Jean, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise you had family troubles. I shouldn't have said anything. Patricia doesn't want anyone to know. That poor girl, what she's been through.
Look, Jean, I know everybody thinks that I'm just an old busybody, but I do know the difference between a family's private business and a bit of jangle. When our Diana was raped by that Peter Harrison, I never told her so. You just told me. Oh, that's different. It was years ago. And anyway, you've never even met our Diana. Look, this is important. Nobody must know. It's what Patricia wants. Jean, believe me, my lips are sealed. I promise you. Cross my heart, and I hope to. Well, you know. Oh, she must have come round. Oh. Do you want me to try and go on for you? No, there's no need. Well, I'll say a little prayer for her, and you give her all my love. Thanks, Julia. How are you feeling?
Fine.
You just take it easy, okay?
Don't want to take it easy. I just want to get out of this place, enjoy the rest of my life.
That's the spirit.
Oh! Sorry.
Someone's in a hurry.
Yes, I am rather. I've got to collect a van from the hire company before they close.
All right. What are you after the van for? Oh, don't tell me. You're going to become one of them New Age travellers.
No, I leave that sort of thing to my wife, thank you very much. No, I promised Patricia I'll drive the rest of her belongings over to France.
You're going to France?
Yes, tomorrow evening.
Whereabouts are you going, Bing?
So, how are things with you and Jules? You decided what you're going to do yet?
No. What's wrong?
Nat, it's all so difficult. What's the matter with you? Being all strong and silent. Nat, I asked you here to talk, not...
Nat! Stop it! This isn't why we're here!
Funny how history has a habit of repeating itself. Last time I had to go through all this, I had to do it alone. Max was far too busy having liaisons with Susanna behind my back. Surprise, surprise. They say you learn by your mistakes. Just wish I hadn't kept making the same one over and over again.
It's easy to think that in retrospect. Not so simple at the time, though. You tend to follow your heart, not what your head tells you to do.
I suppose it was obvious that Max and Susanna would get back together. She always wanted him back, and he was always too weak to resist any woman who threw herself at him.
Oh, don't upset yourself. You've got your own life to be getting on with now.
No, it's okay, Mum. I'm not upset. Wouldn't go near Max if he was the last man on earth. I just regret all that wasted time.
Patricia, my darling. How are you feeling?
I'm absolutely fine.
Should you be getting out of bed?
Well, I'm not on my last legs yet.
But you should be taking it easy, surely.
I don't want to take it easy.
What are you doing?
Going back to the hotel.
But you've only just come round.
I feel fine.
I thought you were supposed to be staying overnight. I've wasted enough time. You can't just walk out.
Look, Mum, I may only have a few months or weeks left. Who knows? And if that's the case, I'm not going to waste my time lying in some hospital bed. I'm signing myself out.
Patsy, you can't.
I can. I want to get back to the children.
But shouldn't you speak to Max first?
Well, why should I?
It's just that he's asking some very awkward questions. He knows something's going on.
It doesn't concern him.
Well, perhaps not. It does concern his children.
Look, Dad, I intend to go ahead with the divorce regardless of the results of the biopsy. If the worst comes to the worst, then I'll talk to Max, but only when I really have to. If I'm going to die, I want to make sure that Thomas and Alice are properly looked after. That means they can't be with Max and Susanna. Now, you going to give me and Mum a lift back to the hotel, or not?
What's the matter with you? That's what you wanted, isn't it?
No.
Then why'd you get me over here?
To talk. I did. I certainly didn't ask to be raped.
Raped?
Well, what else would you call the way you've just treated me? It certainly wasn't making love.
Look, George, what was that you were going on about yesterday about danger and excitement? That wasn't rape.
You can't possibly think that the way you've just treated me has got anything to do with love and affection. It's not normal to...
Oh, come on, we can't be described as normal at the best of times.
Never used to be like this, man. We used to be so close. Not fighting all the time. Why has it all turned so sour? Why are you treating me like this?
Yeah, of course I can get them, yeah. Yeah, it's all sorted, no sweat. Yeah, well, I'll try and drop the first load off tomorrow. All right, then. See you, mate. Bye. I don't believe this.
What?
That was the fella about the flats. I've told him I've got all the stock in.
You haven't, have you?
Oh, what am I going to do? There's no way I'm going to get that much stuff together by the end of the week. I'm supposed to be fitting out 14 flats. I'm lucky I'm going to be able to sort out 4 the way I'm going on.
Looks like I arrived bang on cue then, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, you know that fella I was telling you about, my old mate? Well, he phoned just before. He's got a load of brand new fridges and cookers. 16 and all. So, looks like your troubles are over, kid. Told you to sort you out, didn't I?
No, thanks, Jim. I'm not interested in any knock-off gear.
They're not knock-off.
Well, how come they're going so cheap, then?
Because they're slightly fire damaged. Honest, sin on our cracker's life, I'm telling you. He's an old mate of mine. Robbie Farmer, straight as they come.
It still doesn't explain why he's trying to get shut of them cheap.
Because, between you and me, when his warehouse burned down, he bumped up the claim, didn't he? Said most of his stock was totally ruined.
I thought he said he was as straight as they come.
He is. Screwing the insurance is hardly a crime, is it? Look, all he wants to do is to offload all the stuff he's salvaged.
Nah, well, thanks anyway, Jim, but I'm not really interested.
Sin, you'll make an absolute bomb. You'll get back at least double your money.
Yeah, well, maybe I would. But I don't want the busies turning up on my doorstep.
They wouldn't. Oh, you're making me out as if I'm trying to set you up or something. Listen, I'm just trying to do you a favour.
Oh, and what do you get out of it?
Nothing. All right, a bit of commission, that's all. Nothing daft. Look, Robbie just wants a deposit. 1,200 quid up front and they're yours. You've got nothing to lose, kid.
Well, only me livelihood.
If you could just hold on, I'll only be a few minutes. Thanks. Patricia. Well, you'd better come in. I'm fine here, thanks, Susanna. I just wanted a quick word with Matt.
Patricia, what are you doing here?
I just wanted a quick word. Preferably in private. Right. I'll go change the beds.
You all right? You look a bit...
I'm fine.
Look, why don't you come in? Can't talk out here. Oh, I didn't expect to see you round here again, especially after yesterday.
No, well, I'm not really sure why I came myself. I expect it's a complete waste of time.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It's important to me that the divorce goes ahead without any hitches. I'd like your guarantee that you'll make life as easy as possible for both of us. I'm sure neither of us wish to complicate matters any further.
I can't guarantee anything where the children are concerned.
Oh, Max, can you still not tell why I'm doing this? I can't trust you. I can't rely on you as a father, and I want more than that for Thomas and Alice. I want them to have proper security. I don't want you involved in any decisions about their future.
But why? Why now?
Because I want to get on with my life, just like you're doing with Susanna.
So you came all the way over here just to tell me that you wanted a divorce. But there's something you're keeping from me, isn't there? Something you're not telling me. Patricia, please, for God's sake, speak to me.
I know it's difficult. I didn't just come about the divorce. I can't handle this. Just give me a chance to get things straight in my head.
Why has this got to be all about you? Don't I count anymore?
Listen, Max, I'm going back to France tomorrow afternoon. I think we should avoid any further contact between us except through our solicitors. I would just like to get on the plane knowing we'd come to some kind of mutual agreement.
You expect me to agree to anything when you're so determined to prevent me from having any real contact with my own children? Why are you making things so difficult? Don't all those years that we spent together mean anything to you?
I thought they did. Until I found out you were living with Susanna again. All those lies you told me, Max, all those times you told me you didn't love her. It makes a complete mockery of all the time we spent together.
That is not true.
Isn't it? Well, I want a divorce. I'd just like you to hurry up with the legal arrangements. Then the children and I can get on with our lives and forget you ever existed.
Can't do that. That's impossible. I think it's best that we remain friends, especially for the children's sake. You can't stop me from seeing my own kids.
Can't I? Well, believe me, Max, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You can take it or leave it. The only thing guaranteed is that this is really the last time you will ever see me. Because once I get back to France, I intend to stay there for the rest of my life.
Well, the drama continues in Brookside, don't forget, throughout the week here on Channel 4 with episodes each weekday evening at 8:30.
Bing. Hello there. Sit. Sit. Good girl. So, got your van sorted then, eh? All ready for your big trip to France?
Yes, I'm rather looking forward to it, actually. I find long drives quite therapeutic. Don't often get to spend so much time in your own company.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. So when are you back?
Couple of days.
Well, let's hope you get home in one piece, eh?
I beg your pardon?
Well, these French, they're very dodgy people, aren't they, eh? Got tempers on them like nobody's business. Look at the footballers even. Give a frog a bad name. Just hope you don't end up another road rage victim, Bing.
Thank you for your concern, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
I'm not so sure about that. Travelling all that way on your own. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't take this the wrong way, Bing, but a man of your age, very vulnerable. And there's been all that business on the news about that serial killer over there, preying on lone drivers at service stations.
What serial killer?
Haven't you heard? Listen, I reckon you'd be better off with a bit of company. So, what do you think?
About what?
Well, the thing is, Bing, I've been meaning to give my Jackie a little break for a while now. And a few days in France be exactly what she needs.
What? Are you suggesting that... Don't be silly. There wouldn't be room.
Well, be she'd get 2 passengers up front there with you, no sweat.
Where would you stay when you got there?
Oh, well, I'm sure they've got B&Bs in France and all, Bing.
Oh, pensions.
Bless you. Anyway, we'll worry about that when we get there. Listen, if the worst comes to the worst, we can always crash down on your patent jeans floor, can't we?
I shouldn't think so for a minute.
Am I not? You were the one that told me they were living in some hippie commune. Thought those places were open to any Tom, Dick or Jimmy.
I'm sorry, but this simply isn't on. As I told you, I'm looking forward to travelling out there on my own. I'm afraid the answer has to be no. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, hello. Can I speak to Georgia, please? Yeah, it's her brother, Nat. All right. Well, when she gets in, could you tell her I called? Yeah, thanks. Hi. Yeah, it's me. Look, Jules, I need to talk to you.
What's she doing?
Well, finally getting rid of this lot. Can't wait to see the back of it all. It's not fair on Matthew and Emily having boxes of toys in their rooms they're not allowed to play with. Once everything's gone, they'll really think this is their proper home. We all will.
Yeah.
So, do you think Patricia meant what she said? Do you really believe this is the last we'll hear of her?
Well, she seemed pretty adamant about it last night.
Oh, what a shame.
Don't be so catty.
Would I?
I'm more worried that it'll be the last I see of the children as well, but Patricia had her own way. Oh, David, what time are you setting off?
About tea time. I'm getting the night ferry.
How long are you staying?
Oh, just a couple of days, I imagine.
Not planning on hanging around. What time is Jean and Patricia's flight?
About 4-ish, I think. Huh. See, you haven't wasted any time, Susanna. Right, I better get all this stuff stowed away properly. Sure you wouldn't want any of Patricia's things damaged, would you?
Just think, as from today, every last trace of Patricia will be gone. It'll be just you, me, and the children. And the house completely to ourselves.
All right, Bing.
Sorry, Jimmy. The answer's no. Nice try, but better luck next time.
Yeah, I know. Look, Bing, I'll come straight with you. I desperately need to get to France. I couldn't believe me luck when you told me yesterday that you were driving over there. Look, the thing is, this is strictly between you and me. Like, well, I've had a letter off my son. He's been living over there for a while, you know, in the south near your part, and, well, it looks like he's got himself into a bit of bother. I don't know all the details, but, well, I think he's in real trouble. I've got to get to him, Bing. It's an emergency.
Didn't even know you had a son.
Yeah. Well, he's been away for years. Never really bothered getting in touch until now. Bing, you're my only hope. I can't afford to get there any other way. I'm broke. If I don't get to our little Jimmy, I dread to think what might happen to him. Look, I'll go halves with you on the petrol. Share the driving with you, you know. Please, mate. You don't know how much this would mean to me.
Hello. Oh, I wonder if you can help me. Yeah, I'm trying to find Patricia Farnham. Now, I know she's staying at the hotel. I'm not sure which...
Max! No. What do you think you're playing at?
Well,
I know what you were doing. You were phoning Patricia. Why?
Well, I think it would be a good idea if I talked to her before she went back to France.
But why?
Because I don't want her going off thinking that I've accepted the arrangements for the children.
Oh, Max!
Well, how on earth am I going to resolve the situation with Thomas and Alice if we can't talk about it? She's determined to keep the children away from me, and I'm not having it.
But you've already tried, and she's made it perfectly clear she's not interested. You're wasting your time.
How can I be wasting my time? It's my children I'm talking about.
Patricia is just being stubborn. And there's no point trying to reason with her. You just get more and more frustrated. If you're unhappy with the situation, you should do as she said and contact her through her solicitor.
It's in the solicitor's interest to complicate things. I need to speak to her face-to-face before she leaves. I need her to see sense.
Max!
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ciao. What are you doing here?
Just thought I'd check up on my gorgeous wife.
What are you after?
Nothing.
Can't I pay you a compliment now?
If you're trying to get round me, Jimmy, I haven't forgiven you. How could you know Sinbad was cheating on Val and not say anything?
So I'm still in your bad books then?
Yes.
Oh, well, I suppose I better go and cancel that little surprise I had planned then, hadn't I?
What little surprise?
Oh, nothing. Just, something I had planned for us. Doesn't matter.
Go on, tell me.
Oh, talking to me now, are you?
Oh, come on, Jimmy. I'm not in the mood for your stupid games.
It's just my little way of making things up to you. How'd you fancy a few days in France?
Sounds lovely. But I've got more chance of Paul McCartney coming in here and whisking me off to the Mulligan Tire.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
How do you mean?
I've sorted us a little break across the channel.
You're joking, aren't you?
No, I'm not joking, straight up.
And how can you afford that?
Let's just say it's all very last minute. The whole thing's only going to cost buttons. I've been putting my wages away from the pizza parade. And I've had all my expenses for my talks.
Whereabouts in France?
The south. Not sure of the final destination yet. Let's just say it's going to be a bit of a magical mystery tour.
Oh, right. So Paul McCartney is coming in?
I'm being serious, Jackie. All you got to do is say yes.
And how are we getting there?
Luxury-driven comfort. First class all the way.
I don't believe you.
Well, you better add, love, because we're leaving the Savvy.
This afternoon? Oh, Jimmy, I can't. What about we?
Just have to get on the blower to your boss, won't you? Tell him you need a couple of days off. Because if I'm not mistaken, you look as if you're coming down with a bout of flu to me, love.
Hi, Sim.
Got the deposit for them fridges and cookers, what?
I still don't know about this, you know, Jimmy.
Do you want to lose this contract or not?
No, of course I don't.
Well, then just hand over the money and trust me for once, will you? Listen, I've already said there's no way I'm going to set you up with something dodgy. Got a good little business going here. I'm not going to jeopardise that for you. Look, this stuff from Robbie Fowler's warehouse, it's fire damage, that's all. If you don't believe me, I'll take you down there myself. He can tell you.
It's just a lot of money to hand over, that's all.
How long have we been mates?
Too long.
I'm being serious. Are these the eyes of a liar? I am sick to the back teeth of telling people I'm on the straight and narrow. If you're not going to believe me, Sin, how can I ever expect anybody else to?
If I find out you've lied to me, there you go. There's 1,200 nick a day now.
Nice one, Sin. You'll get your stock later on this afternoon.
I better not.
Come on, cracks.
Thanks for everything, Dad.
No, don't be silly. You know, it's funny, but I keep half expecting Max to come dashing in at any second, begging you not to go.
That sounds like Max Justice style.
I must admit there's still a bit of me wishes he would. You don't think I've been too hard on him, do you?
Absolutely not. Your health and happiness comes first. And, of course, the children's.
Well, that's what's important to me, that Thomas and Alice are properly looked after. It's just that sometimes when I see...
He told me that you paid him a surprise visit last night.
I don't want him to waste any time over the divorce. I want everything finalised as quickly as possible.
I take it you didn't tell him about the hospital.
No, I've made my mind up about that. I don't want him to know. You do understand why, don't you?
Yes, of course I do, but funnily enough, in spite of everything, I still feel he'd want to support you.
I don't want or need his support. I just want to get back to France, ensure that the children's futures are secure, and then make the most of my life. Well, I've still got some left to live.
But we really should be going.
Yeah, I'm ready. Listen, Dad, don't rush tomorrow. There's no hurry. Be careful on the roads.
No, of course I will. Well, enjoy your flight. Love you, Betsy.
I love you, Dad.
Well, what about me? Don't I get a hug too?
Take care of my little girl for me.
Yes, I will. I'm so glad we're talking again. It makes life so much easier.
Me too. All right. I'll see you soon.
Mum, we better go.
Oh, yeah. Bonjour to you and all. Some frogs answered here. Hello? Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with my lad.
Dad, when I said you could use the phone, I didn't think you were phoning France.
I just want to make sure our Jimmy's got my letter, that's all. Yeah, do you speak any English? Inglesio! Lovely Princess Di! God, bloody foreigners.
This is ridiculous. You can't understand a word I'm saying here.
Oh, come on, Dad. Mick'll be back in a minute. He'll go mad.
Listen, love. I just want to leave a message.
Dad, will you just hang up? You haven't got a clue what you're saying.
Uno messaggio. Message. Oh, look, just forget it, love. Thought they all spoke English over there. So much for the common market. Oh, I hope he's got that letter, Lens.
So where did you say you'd meet him?
Marseille. At the address he put on his own letter.
Oh, sounds dead exotic. Marseille.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Listen, I haven't told your mother exactly where we're going yet, so we're going to keep it as a nice little surprise, yeah?
If you say so.
That's...
Yeah. Yes, boss is going to France. The south of France. Yeah, my dad was just telling me.
Can't believe it. Dead flash or what?
You get time off from the guys, then, what?
Oh, yeah, they were fine about it. Listen, I'm going to get back and pack myself a little bag. Do you think it'll be hot, Lens? I don't know where my cozy is. What a surprise.
Yes. Certainly will be.
What?
I've been here ages. You haven't uttered a single word to me.
No, I'm not going to either.
You can't just pretend that we don't exist.
I'm going to have a shower.
No, you're not. You're going to stay here and we're going to talk about what we're going to do.
I need to get ready. I'm going out to see Jules.
Using her as your scapegoat again, are we? Going to make her believe that you really fancy her, wreck her life all over again?
That is none of your business.
Of course it's my business. I actually like the girl. You can't just keep hiding behind her because you're too scared to face up to your true feelings. You're such a coward.
Why does wanting to be happy, to be normal with someone else, make me a coward?
Because it's not what you really want. You're constantly hiding behind other people because you're terrified of being caught.
All right, and you don't think that's understandable?
No, I don't actually. Not anymore. In fact, if you want me to be completely honest, I'm beginning to think that coming out in the open with all this could be the best thing that could ever happen to us.
You're talking rubbish.
No, I'm not. All this is changing you, Nat. And for the worse. Just look how you treated me yesterday in that hotel.
Don't bring that up again.
Why not? You practically raped me.
That's not true.
Isn't it? And what would you call it? I can't handle this anymore. I don't want you just treating me like some piece of meat because you're too scared to show me any genuine affection. If coming out in the open will turn you back into a human being the way you used to be, then I'm prepared to take the risk.
You're being ridiculous.
Maybe that's what we need. Bring it all out in the open. Let the whole world know. Then at least you'd have nothing to be scared of anymore. Things couldn't be any worse than they are now, could they?
Before you go and tell everyone, I think there's something you should know. I don't love you anymore, and it's as simple as that. You are constantly trying to convince me I want the same things as you, but I don't.
Yes, you do. You know you do.
Georgia, I've told you 100 times that this is wrong and it's got to stop. But you just won't listen. You know that I could quite happily live the rest of my life without you, and you just can't handle that.
You're such a liar!
Georgia, listen to me! Georgia, listen to me! This is going to stop before you end up saying or doing something you're going to regret the rest of your life! Stop!
What on earth is going on here? Well?
Ask him.
Nat?
Nothing.
Nothing? I could hear you screaming and shouting from the car. Now, what's it all about? I want the truth.
David.
Max?
Something wrong? Yeah, I need to speak to Patricia.
A bit late, I'm afraid, old son. She's just taken off.
I went round to the hotel, but she'd already checked out.
Why? I thought you'd resolved everything with Patricia.
What? That she's divorcing me? That she wants to take away my children and put them into somebody else's care? Is it revenge or what?
Quite honestly, I think revenge is the last thing on Patsy's mind at the moment.
But then why the urgency? I know this isn't purely about Susanna. You know what's going on.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Well, then please, why don't you tell me? I can't stop thinking about her. I need to know.
Max, we've been over all this before. Patricia doesn't think there's any need for you to know, and I must respect her wishes.
David, Please, I'm begging you. Tell me.
Why should I tell you anything after the way you've treated her? Moving Susanna in the moment her back was turned. If you really cared anything about my daughter, you'd have done everything in your power to get back together, instead of setting up home with your ex-wife.
Are you going to tell him? Or shall I?
Well, somebody better had.
Go on. I dare you to tell him.
Shut up, George.
I think it's about time we got everything out in the open, don't you?
Don't you dare.
Why? What have I got to lose? Just tell me that.
George, go home.
Yes, I think that might be a good idea.
Throwing me out now, are you?
Well, you're not going to serve any purpose by staying here.
Right. I know when I'm not wanted. But don't listen to anything he says to you. Because I can promise you, whatever he says, it won't be the truth.
Right then. I want some answers, Nat. I want the truth.
Believe me, Dad, you wouldn't want to know. You really wouldn't want to know.
Make a nice change for you, Mike, to have the house to yourselves for a few days,
Yeah.
won't it?
We won't know ourselves.
Hey, and listen, don't you neglect Cracker. She's used to having 2 walks a day, right?
I'll let Mike do that, Dad.
Oh, our carriage awaits, mademoiselle.
Looks like we're off. See you, love.
Have a fab time, Mummy.
Come on.
Oh, no.
What's up, love?
Well, what if Bev susses me going out with my bags packed? She'll tell them at the garage, won't she? And I said I was ill.
Look, you're not going to mess your holiday up just because of what Bev might say. I'll sort it out. Now, come here, Mum. Have a fabulous time.
Don't worry, we will, kidder. Hey, come on, will you?
All right.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, madame. Right, in you get. I'm afraid you might find it a little cramped.
We're going all the way to France and that thing.
Provence, to be precise.
Don't worry, we've got our very own chauffeur-driven passion wagon here. Come on.
I knew it had to be too good to be true.
Hello, yes, I'd like a flight to France, please. Marseille. As soon as possible.
What's going on?
Yes, yes, I'll hold. Look, I'm sorry, Susanna, but I won't let this lie. I'm going over there.
What? You're going to France?
I've got to go.
It was bad enough when you went running after her this afternoon, but this is taking things beyond a joke.
I want to know what's going on. I need to know the truth.
But if she wouldn't tell you here in Liverpool, what makes you think she's suddenly going to reveal all to you over there in France?
Because now I know there is something going on. Something that she won't tell me about. David told me so himself.
You're doing exactly what she wants you to do, chasing after her like a lapdog.
No, I don't think so. Look, if she thinks I'm going to sign this agreement for the children, then she's got another think coming. For all I know, she might just disappear to another foreign country, taking the children with her. She was adamant that I'd never see her again. I wouldn't put it past her if I never saw Thomas and Alice again either. Yes, yes, please. Everybody keeps going on about how indecisive I am. So, I'm going to take the positive action, find out what's going on once and for all.
You've been decisive. This I've got to see.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're going to go chasing after Patricia, I want to be there to keep an eye on you. You better book a ticket for me too. I'm coming with you.
Thomas! Thomas! Hello! Oh, I missed you. Don't you look well? Oh, I'm glad to be home. Hello, Thomas. Oh, bonjour, Eric.
Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome, both of you.
Hello, where's my gorgeous little baby? Oh, there she is. Did you think Mummy had run away and forgotten all about you? Huh? Well, I'm home now. Have they been well behaved?
No, they've been absolutely horrendous. What do you think?
Well, I think it's time we went and had a coffee.
Oh, my beautiful Alice
come to Gran and give me a great big squeezy hug the way you did Mummy. Come on, Thomas. Come and help your old Gran into the taxi.
See you in a minute. So, did you miss me?
It's good to have you back.
Oh, it's good to be back. Believe me. I think I've probably just been through the worst few days of my life.
Well, it's all done now. No matter what happens, you're back here, where you belong.
Next Wednesday, Brookside's back at its regular time of 8 o'clock, but don't forget Thursday and Friday night's episodes this week, and they're both at 8.
Oh, Max, stop getting so wound up.
Maybe she's buying a property over here for her and the children. My children. She can just squeeze me out just like that, turn the kids against me. Probably already has.
Oh, for goodness sake, Max. We'll be there soon. You can ask her then, can't you?
Well, she better tell me the truth this time.
There's a town up ahead. Gourd. We're nearly there.
Oh, hang on. I'm exhausted. Can't I stay for a bit?
We can't let him push this thing at his age. He might kick the bucket. How far, Bing?
It's not far. I can see it quite clearly.
Up there? You've got to be joking, haven't you?
Max, what on earth are you doing here?
I need to speak to Patricia.
Hello, Jean. Nice place. I've come to keep Max company.
I see. Well, she isn't expecting you.
I know, but then I wasn't expecting her in Liverpool, was I? Where is she?
Well, she's upstairs in her room. Max, what's going on?
That's what I intend to find out.
Mum, who is it?
It's me, Max.
Hello? It's a beautiful house.
Max, what on earth?
Look, I know I should have rung, but, well, I think it's about time you told me what was going on, don't you? Why are you so intent on keeping the children from me? And I want you to tell me the truth this time. I'm not leaving until you do. Why all the mystery?
Patricia. Bonjour. Qui êtes-vous?
What?
Ce sont des amis.
Eh bien, pas exactement.
Who are you?
Who? Never mind who I am. Who the hell are you? It's only too clear why you suddenly decided to spring a divorce on me.
Max, how many more times? That is not why I want a divorce.
Oh, of course it is.
Tu avais raison, il peut vraiment être prétentieux.
Excuse me. Hello? I am talking to my wife.
Excusez-moi.
You are trying to cut me out of your life so that you and him can settle down and play happy families together with my children. You know, you had no right to do that, Patricia. You had no right to keep that from me. I gave you every opportunity to tell me the truth when you were in Liverpool.
That is not the reason Patricia couldn't tell you.
Oh, leave it, Mum. Let Max think what he wants.
It's not what I think, it's what I know. I've seen it with my own eyes, for God's sake. He's living with you.
He has a name. And before you go jumping to any more conclusions, Eric doesn't live here. Well, not all the time, anyway.
You'll soon have him installed on a more permanent basis, though.
I think that's up to Patricia.
Do you always have to butt in like this?
Don't talk to him like that.
Tu veux que je dise de partir?
Seulement si you continue à te parler sur ce ton.
Oh, let's all speak in French so he can't understand us, eh? What was all that about, then? Thinking up some other way to cut me out of your life, were you?
No, she didn't, actually. He asked Patricia if she wanted him to throw you out.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Max, why are you upsetting Patricia like this?
If anybody's got the right to be upset, it's me.
Max.
I am Thomas and Alice's father, and whether you like it or not, I am still involved in their lives. How do you think they would feel, having a foreigner living with them? Who are all these people?
Oh, Max. It's a painting school, and we're in France. He's not the foreigner.
What would you know about my children? How do you know how to look after them? And what about Alice? She needs looking after properly. What do you know about that?
Actually, Max, I do know how to look after a little girl like Alice.
Oh, really? So, you think you're some kind of expert looking after children with Downs, do you?
No, not an expert. But I do have a daughter who is faced with similar difficulties to Alice.
Thomas!
Dad! Dad!
Hello? How are you? Good boy. You miss me? Hello, sweetheart. Hello.
And this is my daughter, Audrey.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't realise.
Come along, children. Let's go and wash our hands, and then we'll be ready for lunch. Come on, Thomas. Come on.
Show me everything after, all right? I'm just going to have a word with Mum.
I think you and Max need some time alone to talk. Will you be okay?
I'll be fine.
Would you like me to show you around the house?
Oh, yes, lovely. Right, I'll leave you to it then.
Yes, right. Do you love him?
Sorry, Max. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Well, then why go through with all this rigmarole, going behind my back? Why couldn't you have told me the truth? Is it because of me living with Susanna? Is this your way of getting revenge?
No.
I don't believe you. I'm right, aren't I? This is all about revenge. Patricia, look at me. Aren't I?
No.
Well, then why punish me? Trying to take the kids away from me. Why?
Because I have to.
No, because you want to.
No, because I have to.
Well, then why do you have to? Look, tell me. Why?
Bonjour, me onlookers. All right, Pats. How's it going, kid?
Hi, Pat. Hi, excuse me.
Oh?
Something we said?
Patricia! Max, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just trying to find out why Patricia's taking the children away from me, but now I've found out, having had the pleasure of meeting Eric. Thanks for telling me, David. That's very decent of you.
Max, leave her.
I am not having some Frenchman coming along and taking away my kids.
I said leave her.
Listen, Dave, maybe it's best if we get off. You know, find somewhere to stay, like.
Well, why don't you just pop round to the kitchen? I'm sure there'll be someone there. I won't be a tick.
Oh, nice, okay. Au revoir.
Listen, Max, I mean it. You leave her. You had no right to come here.
If you and Patricia had told me the truth in the first place, then I wouldn't have had to come out here. But then who am I? I'm only a husband, aren't I? Why bother to tell me that she's got some foreigner to look after the children?
Why does the whole world have to revolve around you, Max? This isn't about you. It's about Patricia. Trying to plan a decent future for the children. That's why she came back to Liverpool.
What about my future with Thomas and Alice? Why does the future always have to revolve around Patricia?
Because she may not have one, that's why! She thinks the cancer's come back.
What?
But that's why she was in Liverpool. She had to go and have another biopsy. She thinks she might be going to die.
I think we've walked in on some of you know. Do you think we should get off and let them get on with it?
Well, Bing's invited us, hasn't he? We're guests. Anyway, if we get off, we might miss some of the skin and hair flying.
Jimmy, why are we here?
Oh, love, I've told you, haven't I, eh? You deserve a little holiday. All them hours you put in at the petrol station.
No, but I can't help thinking of something else, can I? Well, you haven't got us anywhere to stay yet, have you? Are you up to something?
Love, what could I possibly be up to in a lovely place like this, eh? Come on, relax. Just start enjoying your holiday, eh? Come on. Let's go up to that patio and get a drink and a butty, eh? Come on. Maxie come over here to stir things up, has he?
No. Just a few family matters to sort out, that's all.
Oh. Why don't you stay and have something to eat? It's not every day our neighbours call in. Oh.
Actually, Jean, thanks and all that, but I'm going to give it a miss. I promised Dave I'd get the van into a garage, you know, get it checked out. Didn't I, Bing?
Yes, that's right.
Well, can't you have something to eat first?
Love, it's best to get it in as soon as possible, and I'll get us fixed up with the B&B while I'm there.
Why didn't you say anything?
About what?
About... David told me the truth. He didn't want to tell me I made him.
Uli?
When do you know the results of the biopsy?
Soon.
You'll be all right. I know you will.
Mum said that. And Dad. And Eric. No one's been brave enough to tell me that I might not be all right. Except me. That's why I wanted to sort things out with the kids. In case the doctors tell me that there's nothing more they can do.
And, well, let's just say there isn't. Who will look after Thomas and Alice?
I want Mum to look after them. And Eric.
But, Patricia, we don't know anything about this Eric, who he really is, what he does, how long is he going to be around? I'm their father.
Oh, Max, you're their father when it suits you. You've never really loved Alice, not properly. Not like you do Thomas or Matthew and Emily.
Should anything happen to you, I should be the one to take care of them.
You wouldn't be able to give her the sort of attention she'll need when she's grown up. It's not in your nature. You can't even do it now, but Mum can. Eric can.
Oh, well, he holds the trump card, doesn't he? Down's kid of his own. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was a stupid thing to say.
You see the way you're reacting now? You're thinking of yourself, not the children. I knew if I told you I might have cancer again that you'd want the children back. But only because you felt you had to, out of some kind of duty, not out of love. Max, I don't want Alice looked after by two people who can't love her properly. And there's Susanna now, remember?
This is not fair. She's my daughter.
I want Eric to look after the children because he loves them, both of them. He's better with Alice than I am. Max, I know this must seem like the cruelest thing I've ever done to you, but I have thought about it. Properly. I only want what's best for Thomas and Alice.
And what about what I want for them?
I've told you, Max. I've made my decision.
You can't do this. God forbid if anything should happen to you. I want full custody of the children.
Dad?
Yeah. So, what's this malarkey all about then, Jimmy?
As I said in my letter, I had to buy myself out the Foreign Legion. It was doing me head in, that's why I done a runner.
Come on, lad. This is your owl fella you're talking to here. Who's this money really for?
I've just told you, haven't I? The Foreign Legion.
Is this the...
Yeah, that's them.
That's funny, that. If they're in the Foreign Legion, how come they haven't got the rig out on?
Look, you have got the money, haven't you, Dad? Because if you haven't, I've had it here.
All right, I've got it. I'll take care of this. Bonjour, lads. Now, look, so we can sort this out like gentlemen, can't we?
Hello, stranger. Well, you've missed a marvellous lunch. Eric's an excellent cook. He's passed on a few recipes we could use in grants.
Well, we've already got the new menu in, thank you very much, and it's already proving to be a success without the culinary expertise of St. Eric.
Oh, Max, you were a teensy bit jealous.
Ridiculous.
Well, he is very charming. You can see why Patricia fell for him. I mean, apart from being extremely attractive, he's also quite fascinating.
Is he?
Yes. He's shown me some photos of buildings he's designed. He's an architect. He's based in Nice, but he works all over France, including Spain and Italy.
Well, if you think he's so wonderful, why don't you go through and talk to him? I'm sure he'll be delighted to charm you even more. Don't let me stop you.
You are jealous.
I am not.
And what are you being so touchy about, then? Have you and Patricia had an argument?
No. She's found another lump on her breast. She's had a biopsy. That's why she came to Liverpool. Still waiting for the results.
Oh, no. Is she going to be all right?
I don't know. But if she's not, if she's going to... Well, she'd rather St. Eric looked after Thomas and Alice and not me, their own father. I'm telling you, Susanna, there is no way that man is going to take away my kids, ever. Going to stay with us, at home, where they belong.
Leave him alone, will you? Here you go, mate. There's 1,200 there. It's all I've got, and I'll count it.
Go on. You've got your money, haven't you? Now beat it before I turn nasty. Go ahead. I don't think you understood me, dear.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah. All right on your own patch, aren't you, sunshine? Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you wouldn't last 5 minutes down the dock road on a Saturday night.
You know, up till now, my idea of getting away from us all was the weekend in Preston. You're dead lucky, Jean, having all this. You know, when you left the close to go down the Wales, I thought you were really brave, just taking off like that. You seem to fit in dead easy, don't you, Jean? You know, all that cafe au lait and glasses of Van Rouge. It's not like the real world, though, is it?
I must admit, I do sometimes take it all for granted. It's not until I see it through someone else's eyes that I realise how lucky I am.
Oh, yeah.
How would you like to have a go at painting while you're here?
The only brush I'm likely to pick up is one to sweep the floor with, Will. Jimmy's been a long time at that garage, hasn't he? Oh, maybe he's gone back to the house. You know, while we've been here.
No. He'd have to come back up here to drive up to the house. We'd have seen him. Hope the van's all right.
Never mind the van, Jean. What about Jimmy?
It's about time you told me the truth about what's going on, isn't it? Hey? And no more fairy tales about the Foreign Legion.
All right. But you promise you won't kick off?
Just tell me, will ya?
I owed them fellas money. Gambling debts.
Gambling on what?
I don't know. Horses, cards, casinos, anything.
Yeah, well. Been there myself, son. So what now?
Well, I can't stay around here, can I? That's for sure. Thought I might try a bit of Spain.
You're joking, aren't you? Aren't you forgetting something? I've just given you 1,200 quid. You're not going anywhere. You're coming home with me. Pay your debts. That's my motto. All right.
But what about me ma? I can't just turn up out the blue, can I?
Look, don't be worrying about your mother. She'll be made up to see you. We're going to help you get yourself sorted out. I mean, that's what families are for, isn't it? Hey? Right. Come on, then. Let's get you home where you belong, eh?
Yeah, right.
Smell of lavender even in here, can't you?
We're just going to take the kids for a walk.
Okay.
Isn't Jimmy back yet? No, not yet. Oh, well, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye. Tra. Tra, love. More coffee, David?
No, thank you.
Wine? Jackie?
Oh, no, thanks, Jean, no. You'll have me singing at this rate, you know, drinking in the day. I'll just go and see if there's any sign of that husband of mine. See ya.
Typical Jimmy Corkill. If anything's happened to that van...
Do stop fretting, David. It's only a van.
Anyway, you're clearly very happy here. Well, I suppose you're with the people that matter to you most. You know, Patsy, the children, your friend, Jane.
Oh, I didn't tell you. Jane moved on some months ago. About the same time I met Maurice, actually.
Maurice? Who's Maurice?
He teaches painting here. He owns the vineyard. Funnily enough, I met him the same way that Patricia met Eric. I went with Patricia one day to pick up Alice from school, and Maurice was there collecting Audrey, Eric's daughter. Patricia introduced us, and, well, we just seemed to hit it off straight away.
I see. And, how long have you and this, Maurice person been seeing each other?
Oh, for a few months now.
Extraordinary. Patsy never said anything.
No. I thought it best if I told you myself. Not that I thought you'd mind me being involved with someone else. I mean, after all, you and I did decide to go our own way some months ago. I must say, I do think it's been for the best, David. Don't you?
Jimmy!
All right, Jack.
Don't you all right, Jack, me? I've been worried sick. Where the hell have you been?
Sorry about that, love. There. Got someone to see you?
Who?
All right, Mum.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, love. I couldn't tell you that I was going to see him. I didn't even know if I'd find him.
You mean you had these plans all along?
I had to do something. The lad was in a fix. He wrote to your Val, asking her to see if she could get hold of us.
And what sort of a fix was he in, eh?
Well, Mum, listen, is it all right if I just use the toilet? I've been dying to go all the way.
Yeah, there's one inside. On the left as you go in.
Thanks, Mum. Listen, I'm really sorry about all this, you know. But it's good to see you, Ma, you know.
Yeah, don't you, love? Grace. Come on then, Jimmy. What's going on? And I want the truth.
I told you. He wrote to your Val. Said he needed money to buy himself out of the Foreign Legion.
He was?
Yeah, well, I didn't believe it either, did I? But I got the truth out of him. Look, he got in with the wrong crowd. Ran up a few gambling debts. That's what the money was for, pay off these fellas.
Gambling debts. Well, he's turned out to be a chip off the old block then, hasn't he?
Look, he's put all the gambling behind him now. He wants to make a fresh start. Oh, come on, will you, Jack? We're the only people the lad's got right now. We can't let him down. We are his mum and dad, remember?
Oh, dear.
Max, I've phoned the airport. We can get a flight back home tomorrow morning. Max?
As soon as I get home, I'm going to get in touch with my solicitor and find out exactly where I stand legally over Thomas and Alice. Patricia can't expect me to accept this. No way.
Max, don't you think we should talk about this?
Talk? We've already talked.
No, Max. You've talked and I've listened. Let me remind you, Max, you have another family at home and they still need their dad. If you want to fight Patricia for custody of her children, that's your right. But if you win, you lose me and my children. I'm telling you, Max, there is no way I'm going to look after Thomas and Alice.